guys, how we doing today? Writing with emotion here. I'm going to take you through another tune. So I guess I'm going to show you how you can take a song that's a ballad, and use the exact same chord changes to make something funky and upbeat. So just to give you an example, I'm going to tell you the chords that we're going to use today. I'll let you hear them here. So it's... Now, some of you have been to my channel, y'all would recognize that song, and I'll just give you just the first verse, and we're going to flip this song totally over. You told me that you are going away. You met someone who's gonna take my place. And also the bridge, there's nothing there that he can do that would make me stop loving you. So I'm asking, does this mean goodbye? Okay, so that was a nice ballad, that I wrote and released about a week ago. Does this mean goodbye? So we're going to take those exact same chord changes. So we're going to start out, and the way I did this, I had to have a drum track that kind of put me in the mood for a different kind of tune. But still, we're going to do those exact same chord changes, and I'm going to show you how we do this here. So I'm going to solo just the drum track here, but when I solo it turns my mic off too. So I'm just going to solo it this, then I'm going to come back and talk to you about it. All right, hang on one second. Now guys, as you can tell, that's totally different than a ballad. But if you take that same drum track and lay these same chords over it, this is what you get when you just have that drum track and these chord changes. And I think it turned out pretty well. So let me mute all these other tracks here. So I give you exactly what I'm talking about here. All right, so we have an FM piano, which is that sound. And like I said, those same chords. Gonna be those same chords over this drum track here. So, and you're gonna see it's gonna give you a totally different feel. So I think I got everything else that's muted there, and that should be muted. Make sure, because I don't want to give away anything until we get to that point. All right, so we have the drum track here and just the piano. And keep in mind, these are the exact same chords that I played with that ballad. exact same chords. I'm gonna run through it one more time for you. But we just put a different feel to it, right? Exact same chord changes, and we get a totally different feel for the song. So we're gonna go back, and so I'm gonna add the bass line in for you and show you how we build this thing up, because it really turned out to be a nice tune. So we'll go back to the top. We've added the bass line, which is really important because it kind of like sets the tone for the whole tune. So here we go with the keyboard bass and the drum track. Exact same chords, guys. We should be coming up on the bridge here. And I'm gonna stop and we're gonna talk about this one here too. All right, so in the bridge, in this, the original tune that I wrote the first time, there's not one thing that he can do that would make me stop loving you. So I'm asking, does this mean goodbye? So those exact same chords. Just a different feel. We sped them up, so this is what it sounds like on the bridge here. Then it goes back to the top. So that really doesn't, the song doesn't sound full because we're missing a lot of pieces. So I dressed it up a little bit so we can make this thing sound really funky and upbeat, because the name of the tune is Summertime. So I wanted to dress it up, give it a nice little feel, you know. So I'm gonna throw in this other sound here. It's called a fuzz load. It's going to give you like that I want to dance kind of feel. So we got the, like I said, we have the piano, the bass, that little lead sound, and we have the drum track here. So we're going to see what this sounds like here. Mute that clav sound. All right, so here we go. difference that one track made in this whole song. So now it feels like it's upbeat and you're all excited and you want to get up, you want to dance, you want to go out. It's summertime, you want to get outside and do some things. So I wasn't really happy with that. I mean, I love the sound, but I didn't think it was full enough. So I added in this clav sound too. Let's see. And I love this clav sound. So we're going to put that in there too and see how we've dressed this thing up. Okay. Different now, and I'm gonna let it run to the bridge. That's the clav. And we're gonna take it back, and we're gonna put that intro that we had with the clav right back in here on this verse right here. So that made this song sound totally different when you add all of that stuff in there. So I think that came out pretty good. Now on this song, It's Summertime, at the very beginning, I put in some nice little funky sounding stuff here. So I'm gonna use this other clav, and I'm gonna kind of talk y'all through what I did here. All right, so I took a scale and I altered the scale, so you have a regular, just a harmonic scale, you have a regular major scale, minor scale, but I took this and made it a blues scale, so if you take the regular scale, which is and I'm sure everybody's familiar with that sound. You might not know the notes, but that's a regular C major scale. And all the notes are numbers, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to 1, which is an octave higher. So, but in order to make this scale work, we're going to alter this. So we're going to say 1, which is 3 flat, 4 sharp 4, 4 sharp 5, 7 flat, and back to 1. So the scale now sounds like. And if you want to make it a bebop kind of. I'm sorry, that was a D. Should have been a C. But you take that scale and so you take all those notes in the scale, and you can, as long as you're hitting those notes, you can pretty much run and do anything that you want to do, something like. All right, so that's kind of similar to what I did at the intro. So I'm gonna do that clav, let that play. And also, we're going to play through that first verse, and you can see how the song starts to come together here. so that gets you back all the way through the changes. So I'm gonna go there here and I'm gonna put some of these lyrics in here, just to give you guys the flavor of summertime, and hopefully you guys can go out there and check it out. But I'll also give you a little surprise here. I'm gonna play a little of this solo for you that I put in here, and I'm actually gonna imitate a guitar, which is something I normally don't do to this extent on a tune. But I'll let you guys check this out because I think it turned out pretty good. So I'm gonna try and sing through that first verse and see what you guys think here. Let's take this off of there. All right, so I got my background vocals in there, and I'm gonna try and stumble through this here. And you guys tell me what you think, and then we'll break down this little solo here. All right, so I think we're ready. So let's try it. Let's start at the beginning, though. Okay. It's a great way to start the day when I can call and hear you say, good morning, babe. The sun is shining through the trees, the weather's great for you and me. I let the top down on the car, show the world my superstar. Stand up with your hands in the air, wave with people everywhere. Bridge is right here. The sun is shining everywhere, ladies pulling up their hair. Men out there start to stare, feeling love in the air. Honeybees everywhere, 'cause it's summertime. All right, so that got us through there. So that is through the first verse, the chorus, and then we're gonna add some rocking guitar right here. So you remember I was telling you about that scale, so. So I put together this little solo, and I'm gonna use this, synth sound to imitate a guitar, and I'm gonna put that solo in there and let it play, and I'll let this thing play out through the end, and I'm gonna put the original vocals back in. You guys tell me what you guys think as we get ready to close this thing out. Okay, so we're just gonna start, see if I can catch right at the beginning of the bridge. Go back to this nice last verse in these chords, this nice vocal harmony here. All right, so here we go. I'm just there, feeling love in the air, honeybees everywhere, 'cause it's summertime. Great way to start the weather's great for you and me. Let the top down on the car, show the world my superstar. It's about you, babe. Stand up with your hands in the air, wave for people everywhere. The sun is shining everywhere, ladies pulling up their hair. Men out there start to stare, feeling love in the air. Honeybees everywhere, 'cause it's summertime. Hey, hey, hey. The sun is shining everywhere, ladies pulling up their hair. Men out there start to stare, feeling love in the air. Honeybees everywhere, 'cause it's summertime. All right, guys, it's summertime. You can catch that over there on Emotions page. I appreciate each and everybody coming by and hanging out with me. So please go over to Emotions page and check that out.